Hi, girl. It's been a minute. Hey. Sorry, I don't have my... Ken? Hi. Kenny? We? Hi. Okay, see. Alright, hey, how you doing? Hey Facebook, can y'all hear me? Everything good there? Cool. Yes. Hey Janice, love you. Alright, cool. I'm gonna turn the comments off on here just because I really need y'all to stay with me and hear me closely on this one, okay? So, I'm gonna turn the comments off. But if you can keep letting me know that you hear me over here on the side, you don't have to send me hearts. I just need to know that you can still hear me because I'm gonna turn the comments off, okay? Cool. They're off. You still with me? Still with me? Those little... Look, cool. You still with me? Thank you. Alright. Here we go. I'm gonna pray real quick. If you don't pray, just take a second to just exit, come on back, all right? We all on the same fight for the children. Here we go. Father God, we thank you for this day and this time together. Jesus, we just ask that through everything that we are going through right now, God, through every process and progress, that you just keep our hearts and our minds focused on you, Jesus. Whatever this next battle is, God, we just ask that you encamp your angels around every single one of us. God, give us the strength that we need. Guide our every step, Lord, and we just thank you for all the things that you do for us. We thank you for all the things that you do, that you show that you love us. And we give you the praise and thanks. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. We have some things that we need to do. I just got a call, a few calls, and I'm gonna try to spit this out as much as I can, but I need, I don't usually ask, and I'm asking for presence. That's what I'm asking for. And I'm asking for presence of those of you who know us, who have talked to us, who have stood with us, who are familiar with us in a way that you have been vetted already from coming to an event. If you went to the A to Z or Survivors Unchained, if you were on your way for that, if you went through that vetting process, we didn't just let people in. We actually had a vetting process. So for those of you who I let a lot of people into this page recently, so please hang on with me, okay? And someone will try to help you in the mix of this, but just hang on, because I know a lot of this is probably not going to make sense to you. So just wait a minute, all right? Just listen with your heart. Just wait, okay? We're asking for help for those who we haven't talked to in a while, who are heroes that know that we can pick right up where we left off. I am talking to Aquaman. I am talking to Batman. I am talking to Hulk. I am talking to angels that know it's been a minute. We need your help. And this is not a drill. At all. We are going to go do some humanitarian projects, and some of those projects will be fun, and I'm so excited. And we take the peace where we can get it. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Please read my face, because there's only so much that I can say in the audience of our enemies. Do you hear what I'm saying? All right. In the audience of our enemies, there's so much that people that hate us, that you know the whole rap. You're sitting in the same audience as our enemies just because you watch us through this screen. This is a reality. This is not a TV show. Okay. We're going to go take care of some humanitarian projects. And like I said, some will be fun. Some will be peaceful. We always take peaceful moments where we can get it. If we, and you know that if we're going through the most absolute hell, probably haven't had sleep or food in I don't know how long, but probably lost some things along the way, like our home, our animals, our car, and situations where all we can do is see God for a second and laugh. Okay? Those are those moments that we are going to take and run with them right now. Next thing, and in these projects, some of them will be in the trenches and will be hard. Some of them will be heart-wrenching, for the truth. Like I said, if you know, and you've already been met, and you know how we work, and you know who we are not going to extract anybody. No, we cannot do that. That's kidnapping. I'm not saying that. We do not need a fundraiser. Nope. That's not what we're asking for either. There's no Patreon subscription. No. Presence is powerful. All right? So, this is not a drill.
Do what we need to do. There's a lot of situations that are coming up that we're going to be able to be a part of. I don't know how that's going to look right now. I just know what direction we're heading. A few months ago, we did an about face. This whole time that you guys have known us, the last 3 or 4 years, however long, we've been in a defensive position. We've been backing up from threats. We've been moving out of the way. We've been ducking covering. We've been going off grid. We've just been in a retreat position just to keep Allie safe and to keep stability. In the last few months, we're not doing that anymore. We are now in the offensive position. We're going to be moving forward boldly. We are going to be going into the enemy camp. We are going to be walking courageously, and we're going to be carrying a big stick. There is no more backing up from the enemy. There is no more hiding, duck and cover. We walk in where we need to go, and we're going to do what we need to do. If you are not able to be present with us, and not everybody is going to be able to. I'm not sure how that's going to look quite yet. I just know what the objective is.
We know the first project is going to probably be a little bit. It's going to be all right. We know the next project is going to get a little bit harder, and we know in probably less than 2 months it's going to be extremely heart-wrenching and not something for the weak at all. It's not something for the ego. It's not something for the pride. There's a lot that is going into that project.
Well, essentially, if you think of many of your Bible stories, the story of Esther, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Moses at the Red Sea, there came a time when they had to step out into the enemy's camp, into the enemy's trap, and just trust that God had them. And that's basically, in a nutshell, what we're trying to tell you. There's a situation, a couple situations that are coming up where we're going to just have to step into the fiery furnace. We're going to have to step before the king. Even though that's certain death, like Esther, we're going to have to do some of those things. We're ready for that. If you are not able to be present, if you are not able to stand with us, that's okay. Only a few people will be able to stand in the situation that we're going to be in, because it's a very heavy load.
It's in the trenches. It's completely in the trenches. It's not. There's no question about that. So there's not. I don't expect like 20 of us to be standing there. I don't expect 8 of us to be standing there. We need an escort into the trenches.
If you can't do that, then we need your prayer. A lot of it. A lot of covering. I'm not fearful.
No.
We're going to do what we need to do. What needs to be done.
I'm not scared either, at all. Oddly, I'm not scared. I have been so focused on, like, listen, I'm done being apologetic for having 2 seconds of peace. So if you find us in this first project, then you know that this is my few seconds of peace. This is my few seconds of peace. Let me have it. Let me have it. Alright? Because this next part, woo! Please let me have it. I'm being so serious. Let me have. If you don't want to let me have it, cool. Go ahead and fuck around and find out. I'm cool with that too. But seriously, let me have it, because it's needed before the next part. So let me have it. And I don't mean to be emotional, but it's really needed before the next part. I said I was not gonna cry on my social media again for a minute. I didn't say it was not gonna happen at all. I said I was gonna try to, and I swear y'all don't even understand. And I wish you could. I wish we could just like right now. But that doesn't help the souls that need our help. You know what I'm saying? It's not about us. Never has been about us. We have always said it has never and never will be about us. Whatever happens after this, we are okay with it. We have our affairs in order. We are fine. We are okay with whatever happens. Trust him. I've never been so ready in my life for this green light. Trust me, I'm okay. I'm okay with, and this time, like, if something happened to me, I know there is a world of an army right here, right? More than I ever thought there would be, ever anything. You may not have physically met us or physically stood with us, but you've stood with us right here. And that's weird to say, because you never would have dreamed that a family or an army or people that give a damn would have been created on the internet. I didn't expect y'all to still be sitting right here. I expected y'all to forget us. I'm not the only one speaking. Okay? We're the most ones getting the shit for it. We've lost everything. When you're telling the truth, you will lose everything. Our stuff is still in storage that we are still dusting off to say, okay, we need this and we need that, and we're going to use this, and we might not be able to pull that out, and that is okay. I am okay with the fact that I gave away my car. Do you understand? I don't need a pat on the back. I don't need anything of that. But God was just like, dude, you are not selling this car. All right? I worked personally for my car. Not that is anybody's business or I need a pat on the back for it. But I worked, and I actually had my clothes on. And I actually did. And earned the money for my car myself. I tried my best when we were on the road to sell my car from coming from the East Coast to California to, on, you guys know the house, Standing Rock, because we were dogs by an organization. You know where we lived. My home, our home. We had to take a minute. Hear me out, please. Just take a second just to hear me out. because I can't see your comments. I really can't. So I don't even know if there's something else going on, but just hear me out for a second, please. And I know there's a lot of people that after this live replay, only some people will hear us when all hell breaks loose. Okay, so hear me out. Just wait a second, please. Okay, we were coming, and I was trying to sell my car on the marketplace. I was trying to sell my car. I had somebody else put in their name on it. I was like, please, just somebody, it's a car. Like, you know, we gave away a refrigerator. We gave away a TV because at one moment we needed to get off the property. We know that there is danger everywhere that we walk. But there's times where we have to go back into danger to say, okay, the work has to be done. We can't just have the faith without work. Is faith is dead. So you can't just I'm just gonna pray to God. No, somebody has to fix it. Somebody has to clean the house. And that somebody that everything belonged to was us. The 90s are not an organization. Hear me. The 90s men and women that we are calling on right now are everyday people. These are parents. These are fathers and mothers. These are aunties and uncles. These are fur baby moms and dads. These are somebody that is struggling to put food on the table just like you are. They are working a 9 to 5 for no reason because your jobs are about to get taken in a little bit thanks to the robots. Just, you know, everybody is struggling right now. Everybody. There's not one person that can say, I can afford shit. The gas is ridiculous. The food don't taste right. Like, everything is a hot mess. The people that we are calling on right now are those people. Not a Twitter person. Not a blue check mark. No white hat, no military. There is no witness protection program because can anybody tell you that they were in witness protection program? Is there anybody protecting anybody, including the people that are in political power? Come on now. Come on now. Okay. So let's talk about this. These are everyday people we're calling on. These are everyday people that have witnessed the shit that we're talking about. It's you. The people that we're calling to say, get in these trenches with us, it's you. Not many people use their platforms to call for action. Nobody uses their platforms to say, hey, help me, and actually get up. And then at one point fall on your face because this world is not the world you think it is. I don't care what you believe in, but you better fall on your face at one point and start praying to somebody because you will when it matters. You know, when something goes wrong, everybody says, oh my who? God. Whether you joking or not. So I'm not trying to push any religion at you. I'm not saying that. But you're going to want somebody to call, and it is not going to be somebody with a hotline number. Trust me. It's not. Been there, done that. There's no hotline number. There's no instruction manual. There's no YouTube tutorial. There's no church sermon. There's no none of that shit for the shit we're talking about. This is not a game. I gave away my car. Not that I care. But we went to that point. We let go of our home. We still paid $16.50. You can look up the Zillow ad. We have the receipts to our rent. While we were on the road, at one point we still had rent to pay. We still had cans to pick up. We still had to figure it out. We're not rolling in dough. We're rolling in pennies and quarters for laundry. And there's not many quarter laundry machines anymore. The fuck? There's not. Ooh, Jesus. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. When you are telling the truth, you're not selling the truth. The truth is priceless, and the truth will cost you everything and anything that you love, including yourself. Okay? I miss me. I really do. I am a damn choreographer. I am a college student that is still trying to finish the 13 years in the same community college. I am good at school. I'm smart. It's just hard to go. And my stuff is mixed with another foster kid. So we keep sharing the same units, and I'm taking her classes and she's taking mine, and she's a nursing student and I'm a kinesiology major. Like, how does that work? Get your shit together, Riverside. Ugh. That's RCC's fault. That thank you, Riverside Community College. You guys are not helpful. One job. I'm sorry, now I'm going on a rant. I'll bring it back. I'm good. I am fine. Fine. Think. Just woo. You know, sometimes you just want to you know, on Mount Carmel. If you watched Elijah, no. So, anywho, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm back. I think. I'm here. I'm cool. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm really good. I'm really not. I'm not scared. I'm just like, okay. Okay. And right, we gonna cool. Cool. Are we done? Because, listen, we're going to have to take a step back. We're going to have to take a step back to get in these trenches. And Lord knows how this is going to go, okay? I'm saying right now, for quality assurance purposes, you might want to screen record this, all right? If something happened to me or my mom, first of all, I just want to break something down to you. If something happened to us both, don't miss. Right here. All right? Both of us already agree. Look at her. My twin, agree. Right there. Okay?
You better do it. You got one shot. You better do it.
All right?
You miss. You better run.
That's for the both of us. For me, personally, listen to me here. If somebody was to get a hold of me, this is how I feel. You have already taken everything. If I went right now, after this live, took the last breath of my body, I know that I officially turned around and started to fight back and said I need to do what I need to do. Officially. I'm good with that. I have never been so good with that. Ever. I've never been so good with that. Like, I've changed a lot. There is a peace now that I'm just like, listen, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to keep my promise. I will be back for my friends. I don't know how yet, but I know now that there is an army of people, and then some of them may fall. Some of them may have some trauma that they need to sort out. Some of them may not be on that bandwagon with us, but they will pray for us. Some of them got some things to work on. That's okay. They're needed for a different part of the battle. We're all right with that. So if you're watching this and you're one of those 90s that's like, but right now I don't think I could. It's okay. That's okay. I love you. And I'm happy for you because there's a war that you're going through that you're going to make it through to the other side too. Okay, cool, fine, be all right. We all right. We will meet you at whatever 90s party, whether it's in heaven or it's somewhere on these states. Like, we will meet you later. That's fine. That's cool. But I have never felt more at peace in my heart. Like, whatever is next, Lord, let it happen. I'm good. Somebody will you do another event? If we can make it there safely, and you can guarantee me that I have the right to that security, I'll do it. Don't hand me a mic though if you know that it's not you shouldn't hand me that mic. That's not what I'm saying. Don't do that, because it's not going to be good for the both of us. None of us. Nobody's having a good day because everybody getting their shit aired out. I'm not playing. I'm not kidding. Sometimes I am just as shocked at how my mama taught me, and I turn around and we just gonna go for it. All right, so don't hand me a mic if it shouldn't be in my hand. Just saying, I'm not the one. Hand it to somebody else who's selling the truth. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing any more games. We're not doing any more secrets. I'm not doing any more bullshit, but we will be smart. I want my home back. My mom wants her animals back. I want to go to school. I don't need a billboard of pain. There should not be a face for trafficking. We are talking about somebody's pain and trauma. That's not something anybody should want to be a billboard for. My pain has never been a billboard, ever. I thank y'all for being on here. This is amazing. But this is not, I've never twisted anybody's arm to be here. I really thought y'all would forget us. I'm so serious. Just be real. Just like it is what it's our life. This is not something that we're going to stop going through. This is not something that, just popped up. No. This has been this way since I was a baby. But nobody was ever there. The only reason why I have patience to be on your screen right now is because of this tall glass of twins sitting next to me. I'm so serious. She had the patience with me. If it wasn't for my mama, I would not be sitting here. If it wasn't for God, she would not be able to be sitting here, to be able for me to be sitting here. So for those of you who know me on a level that you knew me when I was a child, shame on you. That's all I have way more words for you, but shame on you. Not one person came to look when I ran away. Not one person checked to see where the hell I was or if I was okay when I was gone. You didn't care. So don't you dare act like you do now just because you see my face. I'm not you. I will never be what they tried to make me to be. It's not ever going to work. There's not a money amount in this world that will make me fake my death or lie. That's blood money. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? If anybody ever offered me a check, you know what I would take one from? Child Protective Services. They owe me. They owe me and so many children. You want to talk about reparations? Let's talk about them. Child Protective Services. Riverside County, that's who could cut me a check. I'll take it. I will gladly take that check. I won't shut up. I won't ever be done. I won't shut up. There's no dollar amount that can fix what you did and what you continue to do. There's no dollar amount that can fix what anybody did. All I want is to go to school. It doesn't even matter at this point. Everybody's like, well, you know, all the schools are full of shit. I don't care. It's not that. It's the principle of the thing. I want to say I did it. That's it. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I just want to say I did it. That's my degree. I did it. In spite of whatever, I was called all the time, you illiterate. That's all you'll ever be good for. Is to be somebody's puppet. No, I won't. I made it. That's all I wanted for 13 years in the same college. Check how long a community college is supposed to be. Check. A community college. I didn't go to a university. Do you hear what I'm telling you? We are as simple kids. My mom carries treats. Dog treats. Alright? Because she misses animals. So if you ever seen her talk to somebody, she doesn't want to talk to the person. She wants to talk to the dog.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
It is true. I am telling you, we are simple. And what is about to happen next? Do you understand what I would? You for a kid, for a baby, I promised that if I got out, I promised my friends. We promised each other. And I was the one that thought I was going to die at 16. I'm 30. I just hit 30. We said in the job and said, if any of y'all get out, somebody better bring an army back. We were joking. We knew nobody was coming to help us. I was never saved by the military. I got out on my own. I ate out of trash cans. I slept in slides. Okay? Play sets. Playgrounds. Not slides, playgrounds. I did what I had to do to stay alive. I made a choice. And I'm paying for it every single day because I made a choice for me. At 15, I'm not talking about as an adult. My life was shit. And at 13 and 15, I made a major decision to change it. And it was not easy, as you can see. So for those who are just like, oh, I got out and it was over. Bullshit. And I'm not just being a hate. Bullshit. You don't just get out of a gang, do you? Do you just get out of being a drug dealer? Does that just stop? You just stop selling major drugs. You just can't pick up from me anymore. Sorry. I'm done. Do you just get out of addictions? Do you just, I've been drinking for so long, I'm just going to put the bottle down. Been taking medication for my body for so long, I'm going to just stop cold turkey. Because that works. Make it make sense. You don't just get out. I wish I could just, but I can't because there's other things that need to be done. I'm fine. I'm telling you right now, I'm good. Good. You good?
I'm fine. Let's go.
I'm good.
We're pushing the button. We're pushing our own button.
And listen, when we do what we need to do, and after we do it, if we come out of these trenches, if we go into this trench and we come out, we're done. We're done. I'm not going to Mount Carmel. I'm just going to go find my house. I'm just going to go find my house, and I'm going to go find the new school that I'm going to transfer to eventually go to my university. And I will invite some of you to another Instagram, we'll just shut this down. I'll invite y'all to just a one with 90s only, just 90s only, and then I'll invite all of y'all to my graduation, because somebody gonna see me walk across that stage and know that I did it. I did it, damn it. I did it. And that's all that matters. That is all that matters. I don't even care about I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I don't use the degree. I don't care if I don't have shit to do with the degree ever. It is the point that I have went through absolute hell for 13 years in the same community college. Multiple community colleges, but the same gist. Okay? That's the point. The days that I struggled and asked people, can y'all help me with chemistry homework? Because that's where 90s and 10s came from. I was struggling with chemistry homework. I needed help. And I was trying to, in my head, work out chemistry. And in the meantime, I went viral. So I was still working that out. So I just started, deliriousness went into, there's 90% of the world that knows that something is wrong. And then there's 10% that like to dig their head back in the sand, and 50s ain't nifty. So 50 means you got a foot on both sides, because 50-50, that's an equal, right? So I was stuck in chemistry class. That is how that started. That is how that took off, and how we just 90s now. That's why. So for those who asked me for an application to be a part of the 90s, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not kidding. There has been multiple people that have been like, can I get an app to be the 90s? You don't need one. Do you agree that child sex slavery is wrong? Yes or no? Okay. Do you agree that it doesn't matter, and it's not a political issue? It's not a religious issue. It's a humanity issue. We can all agree that somebody being brutally tortured is wrong, right? No matter who you are, if you believe in Jesus, if you don't believe in anything, if you believe in witchcraft, if you believe that ponies fly, I don't give a damn. Do you understand that nobody should be hurt, including you? Yes or no? Yes, cool. Then done. You're a 90. Just don't throw your juju my way, please. I don't need it. I don't need it. All right? Seriously, don't need it. We got enough. We don't need an ego either. There's too many of those. Put it down for a second. That's it. Somebody asked me, can I be a part of helping you to organize a local event in my area? I said, okay, if you want to do an event? You want to get outside with a sign? Do it then. Done. There you go. Organized. You said it, right? You said you want to be outside for the children. You said you want to you said you want an event. Done. Do it. There's these people that, I'm a survivor, I'm a part of Ali's army, and now I da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You tell your story. Do it. Do it. Go through the hell that we went through. Do it. We got the welcome wagon. Do it. In less than 3 years. We got the welcome wagon in the first year. There is people that have been on the internet talking about I'm a survivor and regurgitating information on their platforms for over 10 to 12 years. And you've been sending them money after money after money. They've told you they've been on extractions and shit helping children. And not one time has anybody ever asked, like, how the hell are you doing that? How? And what am I sending money for? Trash. strong. You might be their enemy after they see you. Just saying. That's why they have code names. You hear the code names? You see the code names all over the Telegram? That's not for the fun of it. That's for their safety. And I know every single one, every code name by heart. Why? Because it's for their safety, not for fun. There's somebody that asked me, how the hell do you keep up? When I met everybody at the event, I can't keep up. I know. There's a lot of you. And you are my hero. So my mom and I have attached that to something that is familiar to us. So God forbid we're in the middle of a situation and we're in the audience of our enemies. We're not blurting out your full name in the middle of danger. Because you got kids. You got a life that you got to tend to. You have work in the morning. People have had their dogs thrown off of 20-foot patios. Like, I mean, we don't want that. So, I mean, she bounced back. But we got stories. We've had some, I'm not laughing, I'm serious. There's been some things. Had some people try to kill us a few times, and then the 90s were in the way. So guess what? But guess what they said? I'm gonna bounce back, because why? The kids need me. And if the kids can go through this and they could go through worse, if you've already been through it and you've been through worse, it's fine. Do you know the shit that a child is going through right now? So when you put your ego in the way, and when you put your pride in the way, and when you put somebody hurt your feelings in the way, and when you put somebody said something to me in the way, and when you put they made a comment about me, or I feel like I need to sue someone, or when you put all this other bullshit in the way, then what does that even hold a candle next to what a child is going through at the moment? No. So pointless and weak. Because who the hell are we to say, oh, wah. We get to go sleep in a bed at night. We're not in a cage. And if we're not in a bed, we're in our car. But you get it. You get to go be warm. If you decide to be warm. If you decide, I'm not having sex tonight, you can decide, I'm not having sex tonight. And nobody is about to pin you down and force you. That's your choice. If you decide, I'm not going to a march alone, well, guess what? You're not going to a march alone. But guess what? There's a child right now that is getting snatched away from everything that they know, and they're getting pulled into a room, and they're getting pinned down and abused by themselves, and they didn't get a choice to say, I don't want to do this today. So, who the hell are we to be a wambulance? We still have all four of our limbs and full range of motion. And that is not a joke. Do you know that victims, they get their limbs cut off so they don't fight back? So don't think that, no. I'm blessed. We are very blessed. I have all four of my limbs. My body may be in pain constantly, but I have all four of my limbs. So if you're whining about the little shit right now, think about that. All that research that you're doing, when you whine about the little shit, think about that. So when you see these platforms going back and forth and you're just throwing money at them and they're whining over little shit, aren't you supposed to be in the trenches? These activists and these advocates, aren't you supposed to be in the trenches? But you got time to go back and forth and bitch and whine about something that was sent to you? Really? Really? Because not every child that is in this life is the same. Some of them don't have their limbs. Some of them can't talk. Some of them have been gene spliced and they're hybrid animals where their body has literally been messed with and mutilated so much that they physically cannot talk to you. There's girls that just went in and just had a few jobs. There's girls that have been there for years. There's boys that have been completely torn up and none of their shit works. They say they peeled them like a banana. So you can picture the reference. That's what people, after a moment, there is no more doing anything. There's corkscrews that are used on boys for fetishes. Okay, so while you're whining and complaining and your ego is in the way and you can't put your pride down for 2 seconds, you're really gonna tell me that you're working with people like that? Bullshit. I call bullshit. Is there anybody on here that's a nurse? You've seen some grimy shit when you go to work, right? Anybody? Military that went to help children and they weren't the same. They needed therapy. So the people who can handle the heavy shit couldn't even handle the things that they seen. So if you're going to tell me that you're an advocate or you're saying that you're helping these children and not only just to get them out of a bad situation, it's easy to go be the savior, but are you sitting there with them at night? Those terror that come back? You can be away for a few days and the smells won't leave you. It always lingers. The nightmares won't stop. Do you know how many nights I wake up screaming, crying, and in the middle of running and my mom is holding me for hours to wake me up because I don't even remember where I am anymore? That individually. So if you're saying that you're working individually with kids, individually, it takes my mom hours to deal with just me. Individually, it has been 90s heroes that have sat with us for hours and have been rocked in their spirits, their hearts, their souls, and their minds for weeks, days, months after they've seen what they've seen with just me. Do you know the mind is the most messed up thing, and they've honed that in and they've controlled it like a remote control. And you see that. You know what I'm saying. MK Ultra is not a joke. Okay? So there are nights and there are days where I can't deal with my own thoughts. I'm rocking in the corner. My skin is crawling. And in those days where the texture of my clothes can't even touch my skin because it feels like something that somebody tied me up with, I can barely go through the day. We could be having the best day. And I mean the best. You could give me everything that day and it will never be enough because my skin is crawling. And in my brain, somebody is still touching me. And I can't make it stop. If I scrubbed my skin with bleach, if I peeled it off myself, it won't stop. Somebody hit something too loud, slam a car door too loud. I could slam my own car door too loud and scare the shit out of myself. Okay. On those days. I will be mad at my PTSD for PTSDing out of control. And I'm just like, dude, we're fine. We are having a good day. We're good. Why can't I get it together? I can smell a cologne that could just send me for weeks to every memory that I thought I buried. That doesn't go away. So for those who are just, we saving children and we got all these kids and we just helping them out. How? How? You can't tell me 2 hours with a therapist a few days a week is going to... Bullshit. Bullshit. You know what some people need to? Not everybody needs to be saved. Not everybody needs this savior to come in and just be like, okay, I'm just going to take you out of here. That's the easy part. Sitting on the floor with somebody and holding someone because they just blacked out is another part. Literally accepting their anger because there's no other way for them to let that shit out, that's another part. Dealing with the nightmares, the night terrors, the flashbacks, that's another part. On those days where smells are too much, somebody touching you is too much, somebody saying a word to you, if you say relax to me on a day where my nightmares are off the chain, I will lose it. My body goes in flight or fight, just point blank. I will go mute on you. I could be in the middle of somebody's plans for a good day. It could be just a good day. And somebody could say the wrong word and it would sound like something that somebody used to plan outside to hurt me with. And I'm out. It's going to take me a second. It'll take me a second. Maybe more than a second. This is not a little thing. It's not something that just ends either. It's not. You know, I talk a lot, but I go nonverbal for days sometimes. Weeks. If my mom has to catch me and start shaking me out of it, months. Recently, months. I would not go outside. I would not even daylight. I would just we found a hole and I just crawled in it and stayed right there. And my mom was like, listen, I will let you breathe, but you cannot stay there. Trust me, she dragged me out of that corner, kicking and screaming just to go outside. I was like, Mom, why? What's the point? She's like, because you're still here, that's the point. Get up. Yeah, I know, that's true. Don't think we still didn't fight though. I'm stubborn. But I'm done. I'm good now. Listen, look at her. She's laughing because look, she knows it's true. I'm okay. Huh?
Yeah, right.
I've been really lit. Tell him.
Time to go.
I changed.
Green light.
I changed a lot.
Changed a lot. Night and day difference.
Really?
A little worried there for a while.
Yeah. It was bad. It was bad. And then I got up. And we just went on a whole different thing now. Sorry, I gotta turn the lights off. I've been in the sun, okay, in the harsh sun. All right, it is not even dry heat on this side of the world. All right, so the blacker the berry is not the sweeter the juice. That's a lie too. I got a little extra Hershey, so leave me alone. So you stubborn? Say it ain't so. No, I'm not. Just a little bit. Okay, a lot of it. It's me. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be hard. And nothing is ever meant to be easy. So yeah, there's that. But I really don't know what's next. There's kinda I don't know what's next, but the bigger picture of it. I'm not, it keeps switching. So, in October, I think everybody's world is about to change. Big time. From there, I don't know. I would really love to meet a lot of you 90s. A lot of you that we have not met. A lot of you that we would love to just say hi and just to hang out with you and just to sit in a room with you for a few hours and talk about some things. And don't all have to be about trafficking, but I know that we could talk for decades. We could. I just don't know. I don't know if we. There's a few, like I said, there's a few different things going on, different category of things going on. So for getting in the trenches, that's going to be a little bit heavy, and that we need a personal escort for into the trenches. That might be in maybe two months, maybe. It's not right now. I don't think. If it is, I will call you. I will call you. I will blow you up. I will call you, and I will individually be like, hey, can you make it to this? And if you cannot, that's okay, and we'll just figure it out. I want to see you dance again in the studio. I would love that. I would love that for you to see that. Or so is what I should say. I would love for you to see that. And I would love to just be in that peace again. So we will, whatever peaceful moments we get right now, we will definitely take them. Louisiana, here we all come. Indiana, let's go. Stand up. Let's go, Harvey. I love you guys. I don't know. People should be doing a lot in preparation. Standing, I don't know. Go to your, we could get with some of the everyday people behind those accounts, right, that are on Telegram, that do a great job helping us out, standing with us. Have you, again, you always hear about people and their teams and their extra people. Do you ever hear from them like you hear from the 90s? I'm just saying. I just asked the question. But the 90s that you hear on Telegram that have been there to help, I'll talk to them and see if maybe they can get with a lot of y'all and maybe organize prayer at your flagpole instead of a march. I don't know. And I don't know how we could do an event again. I really don't know. And there's a lot of people asking, and I think again, there's a lot of new people on here. So thank y'all so much for being here and understanding and trying to understanding and just really trying to pick this up, because it's a lot to pick up, it's a lot to unpack. So thank you for just being patient, because it's a lot. You're gonna get frustrated, you might need a little break, you might need a drink. I don't know what you drink. Maybe it's if it's an extra Capri Sun, I don't know, but you might need something. You might need something to get you through a lot of what's happening. But as you pick this up, there's people that keep asking, and I can put some of the questions up, and I'm trying to help y'all understand this. These 90s are everyday people. So the event that we put on, that was the everyday people. And the last event, the first event we put on, my mom and I paid for the venue with the stuff from our storage and stuff. The second event we paid for, again, with selling stuff from storage. But then other 90s said, hey, let me help bring in some water. Let me help bring in the crock pots for the food that we made. We did not have everybody buy expensive food. I made dinner. I legit stood in the kitchen cleaning chicken and put on chicken and dumplings and rice or one of the 90s put on rice and when we got there, and one of the 90s were putting together crackers and lunch meat and cheese for people to have dinner while we were sitting there. And
the reason for that is that the truth is so freaking important. What's happened to the children, what's still happening to the children, how much it affects our daily lives. The truth is so important. We didn't want you to have to put out anything. I just want you to listen. I want you to hear, because if you don't hear, we can't fix it, we can't change it, we can't save the children. And it's that important. That's just what it is. So when people are asking you for money, they're not the same. They don't understand the same truth that I do.
Yeah, so we didn't need you guys to come in. Everybody left with what more than what they came in with, because we just wanted that for y'all. People that charge people all kind of insane money to come sit at a table. Those venues are expensive. Those venues are not cheap, especially depending on the people that you have and depending on what you don't know. Okay? And we lost a venue 48 hours before because the venue that we walked into found out that we were doing a trafficking event, and they put naked pictures of female, I mean, areolas and all. Like, it was all out there when we got there. 48 hours. They didn't expect me to walk into the venue, because we weren't even from the state that we did the venue in. We weren't even in that state. We called another angel and had them get everything ready, and we talked to the venue over the phone. And then we got there and they found out I was doing the walkthrough, and there were naked pictures all over the walls and demonic statues everywhere. Yeah, I said, you know what, you could keep the venue, you could keep the money, you could keep your bullshit. I don't even care. I cannot have people come into this mess. So 48 hours before, I was on the phone with every local rec center. I called damn dance studios out in that state. I said, can we use your room? I was on the phone while cleaning chicken and making keychains from cricket paper for everybody. That's what I was doing when everybody was asking where the hell we were. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was on the phone. And I was peeling cricket vinyl with what was it? A Bionic Woman and I think Captain America and Wonder Woman were in the kitchen putting on baked potatoes, loading baked potatoes in the oven, and I'm on the phone calling every local venue, everything around the state, like, please, I know this is last minute and this is crazy, but do you have room for 45 people? Man, it was crazy. It was crazy. We walked into that place and I was just looking at that man like, Lord, you just don't know. And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, are you giving me this venue? Because we need it. It wasn't free, but he was like, we'll work it out. You got 45 people flying from all over the United States? Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, that's what we were doing. Yeah, so these people that are charging money to have a long ass table that you can't even see them at. You know those long tables that all of a sudden they're having this event, and they say pay me an extra $85 to sit at this very long table that supposedly the person that you're going to see the event is for, and you can't even see them. You paid for your ticket to get there. You've paid for the whatever, how you got there. Not mentioning the food to get there. And then they talking about, I'll give you you give me an extra $65, $85 for a shirt, and you could take a picture with me for an extra da-da-da-da. And then if you go to my Patreon and you subscribe, and you're a VIP subscription owner, then you could get some extra information. In the next event, you can sit a little closer to me. Screw that. We were on the floor. we were pushing tables closer to people. Like, get closer, this is weird. Like, we are not sitting higher than you. I didn't plan on standing on a stage anywhere. That's weird. Like, I'm just trying to make sure that if anybody was in there to snatch my ass, we had some room and air between the buffers. Okay, that's it. That's all I was worried about. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot. A lot. So those who are like, can I help you organize another event? It was a lot. That last one, y'all, it was a lot. It was a lot. The first one, that was a lot. And I'm not saying that we wouldn't. I'm telling you, we'll do it again. But it's just, I don't know how. So for those who keep asking, can we organize an event? If you want to do something, and it doesn't have to have me or my mom there. You don't have to have my story there to tell the truth. You don't need an organizer. You don't need a venue. It doesn't need to be all that. Just do it. I mean, if there is a possibility that God gives us a stage and says, here's a stage that you can use, and we could call you guys out and say, hey, let's do it again. All right, God gave us that stage. We're going to stand on it. Cool. But I don't know. So I really hope that answers. Everyday people. 90s are everyday. They're not white hats. TikTok was trending about one of the security, one of the 90s men that walked with me into New Mexico. They kept saying because he had FAFO on his arm, all the security did. So they thought that was Trump in a mask because he had a hat on and his head was down. No, it was not. That was a father. That is an everyday working 9 to 5 grown man. That is not. No. We do not have security everywhere we go. No. So if, like I said, to do some of the things that we're doing next, you guys might not hear from us again for a little bit as we take a step back and try to do this. And if we come, like I said, we're gonna go into some trenches later in a few months, I think less than a few months, I don't know. We need to do some things first, and then if we come out of that, we get in our house back and we're gonna go take a seat. We're gonna relax and we're gonna go back to school. And my mom's gonna get a dog that she is not buying treats for to stick in the car to break them in half to give to somebody else's dog. No, she's gonna get her own back. So why are you constantly moving? To not be a sitting duck. There are times where it's okay to sit still, and there's times where if we sit still, we're gonna get got. And that's just stupid to think that we wouldn't. You know, not on you, I'm saying on me, and on my mama. Like if we thought like, okay, you know, the heat is hot and we just gonna sit here knowing that the heat is coming this way, that's when we'll get up and say, all right, move out the way. We're outnumbered. Like, move. But at this point, we are so do you know what I am holding right now? Do you know what y'all are all on? We already knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first we weren't messing with the people that we were like, okay, it is what it is. And then we started airing shit out for it is what it is. And Now we on everybody's radar. And now we just like, screw it. If you gonna take us out, don't miss. We're just not going to sit in the same spot knowing that might not be a good spot to sit. But at this point, like I said, we're like my mom just said, we're not moving. There's situations where okay, move. There's situations where we gonna plant our feet. You have all my love and support from San Jose, California. I'm a survivor from foster care and sexual abuse. When you say you a survivor from foster care, girl, I get it. I get it. You didn't say girl, so sorry. You might not be a girl. You stay woke. I don't know what you're using. Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, but thank you. Keep fighting. So I don't know. We're gonna do the best that we can do. You know that we keep receipts to everything that we do. So if I do it, trust me, somebody knows about it before I even made the move to do it. And if you think that I'm not keen to what's going on, and I might not be at that moment, I will find out. I will find out. I'll figure it out eventually. Or somebody will. My mama don't play. So I don't know if you some things, but my mom don't play. She got me this far. I'm alive. Okay, so if I'm alive, my mama really don't play. Some people are missing. She don't toot our ooga. I'll do it. She don't play. I'll do it. I will do it. My mom is not the one. But go ahead. She's been waiting on me. To be honest with you, she's really been waiting on me. I have not. The green light has been given. Do you see my hair? It's green for a reason. The green light has been given. It is green. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? No more red light. Green means go. Green officially means go. Now.
Yeah, we going with or without anybody else, so.
Yeah.
Get your shit together or you on your own. Bye.
Green means go. Purple is for a purple heart too, just so you know. The blue is the color of the trafficking ribbon. Stay with me. I'm not Crayola crazy for no reason. If you know, you know. I'm ready. I'm ready. And over my dead body will I walk away from my promise. Trust me. I have been running for a very long time, since I was little. I'm tired. And I don't know what took me so long to realize. I know that my mama got us, but it's always been me and her. Always. Always fighting like crazy, just me and her. If anybody ever wanted to go back to some receipts, ask Riverside County CPS how long Shelly Carter was fighting for me. Ask them how long she told them there was DID. Ask them how long she said there is trafficking going on, and you know about it. It is in documents. Ask them. Ask them how long. Since 2009. So anybody want to, the receipts and the money, CPS, they've been covering it for a very long time. And they're still doing it.
They're not just covering alleys, they're covering decades and decades of kids and trafficking. CPS is a trafficking front.
Where do you think all these migrant children are being covered up through? What do you think, where do you think they get all these kids from? Come on now.
The misconception is that if you are a good parent, CPS will never knock on your door, they will never take your kids, and that you, if somebody calls on you, you can just explain it. That's not true at all. They can come to your door right now. I don't care who you are and how great of a parent you are. They can snatch your kid right out of your home and bring the police with them to do it. And then it's a done deal. You'll be lucky if you ever see your kid again.
The hospitals are in on it. They shop through your kids.
Medical kidnapping. Look it up.
Look it up. There's hospitals that do it. They work with the police. They work with the social workers.
If you decide you don't want to do a treatment for your kid stubs their toe and you don't want to get their toenail clipped, they can call you negligent and call CPS in.
And now the schools can be involved and say your kid didn't get their vaccine or your kid wants to change their gender. They can call CPS on you and say that you are not involved in that and you could get your kid taken. No, CPS has been on it for a very, 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 very long time.
They have no oversight. They can call the police to come help them. It has got nothing to do about being a good parent or a bad parent.
So the CPS they had so much to do with everything that happened in my life. When I got to them, I thought everything was going to be fine. I really did. I was that one. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. Like, whoever I go to, they're going to let me go to school. They're going to let me sleep. Everything's going to be fine. No. My social worker told me, stop telling on them, or I will ship you to Arizona and no one will ever find you again. So you know what I told her? I said, guess what? Find me then. And I left. I left CPS for a year straight. I ran away. I AWOL'd. I was telling them, my pimp is taking me to elite parties. My pimp is taking me to parties with grown ass. My pimp, my boyfriend, is 30 years old and I am barely 15. I was telling them. My mom was calling to my social workers and like, hey, I was just on the phone. I called my mom and put the phone down because they're like, stop calling her. They made a fake court order. Told me I couldn't call her. I said, so who the hell am I supposed to call? So one night I called my mom. In the middle of I came back in through my Mexican foster home. All Spanish. Nobody talked to me in English.
That's a violation.
There was a bunch of teenage boys with teenage girls.
Violation.
And then when everybody was done with school or whatever, they left the garage and the doors open so everybody could just run in and run out when they wanted to. So my pimp paid my foster parents $5,000 and they opened the garage so I can come through. So my foster brother took that upon himself to say, hey, if she can leave for this, it's okay. And so when I was coming in the kitchen one night, he pinned my ass down in the kitchen. So all I could do was call my mom and put the phone down. And I'm fighting his ass like full force, throwing pots and pans. Get off me, Adrian. So So I put my mom on the phone, and she had to call the police. She had to call my social worker, and she had to tell him to let me go. And still called my social worker and told her, and what did she say? It's okay. It's okay. Because if you leave here, that stops your program, and that stops you from going home. That puts another 6 months on your case. It's on you if you go ahead and file anything against them. I went to 19 high schools in my time in foster care. I never stayed anywhere longer than 2 weeks to a month. I lost count of how many foster homes and group homes I was in. I moved so much.
If you guys understood what CPS was doing, every CPS across the United States, if you understood what they were doing, you guys would be beating down their doors. All of you. Every last one of you. If you knew what they were doing to the children, if you knew the trauma it causes the children to snatch them out of their home, even if your parents are beating the holy hell out of you, it still causes trauma to snatch a kid out of their home and take them somewhere where there is nothing familiar.
If they're beating the holy hell out of you, like the situation that I had, and if your surrogate's boyfriend is trapping you in the closet and raping you with coat hangers, and that's why you can't have kids, if that's your case like it was mine, they're not going to help you. They're not going to help you because family court is based on money. Family court is based on family what? Problems. The only way for family court to continue is if there are family what? Problems, so that they can get money for, so the cases can continue and the attorneys can be paid for. So if there's actually something wrong in a home, no, they don't take you. They put you through family court. Because guess what? That's a money ticket. If they have to keep coming back out, and they have to keep doing wraparound services, and they have to keep doing CPS reports, and they have to keep making a call out, that's paying somebody. That's family court. That's family problems. That's keeping that court alive. No, they're never going to help you. They need you to have problems, so that way they can keep that fucked up government check coming.
If you take a step back and look at everything, it's all the same pattern. Big pharma. You have a hangnail, and you go and they give you medicine for your hangnail, and it causes side effects, and then they're going to give you more medicine for those side
commercials?
effects.
You know those commercials? Listen to the next commercial that comes on the TV about a new medication. They'll be like, hey, have you tried Stevia? This is a great medication. You're going to feel great on it. And at the very end, they say, it only has a major side effect. It may cause diarrhea, indigestion. It may cause vomiting. It may cause slight suicidal ideations. It may cause your head to fall off. Your skin might peel. And it might cause some issues, especially if you've ever had any type of it lists off all side effects.
But ask your doctor.
Sudden death.
For you.
But yeah, but get your doctor on it. And then somebody goes running to the hospital thinking like, listen, I'm already on this medication that's making me sick, but this medication says that I won't be sick. But look, if you stopped all of them and you started actually doing natural things, that's what they keep killing everybody for. Because there's cure to things. There's cures to so much. But they cover all of that. Because the money that keeps coming back is for big pharma. The more you're sick, the more they put shit in the food to make you sick. The more you think you're sick. That's why the flu went away when COVID came. That's why it was such a smart disease. You know? That's why I can't say the word so much, but that's why CV didn't touch people after 8 o'clock. You know, there was a curfew during the pandemic, there was a curfew. So it was so smart that it didn't touch anybody after a certain time, right? It was so smart that it knew that some people were going down one way down the aisle and some people were coming down the other. It was also so smart that 6 foot socially distancing, even though you could smell a fart, if I farted 6 feet away from you and I laid one, all right, you're going to smell it through that mask. But it was an airborne disease. Okay? So, did that help anybody? Now that you know that it was a bunch of bullshit, how many deaths did they blame on that? And they said that you can't go in and advocate for it. How many people did you lose thinking that that was the problem? How many times did you stay inside and avoid going to work, going to do something for your loved one, going to do something for yourself, because you thought this airborne disease was going to get you? But guess what? The second that you even felt a tickle in your throat, for some people, they were like, ah, shit, I'm gonna die. So I got it. They got me. It got me. So let me go. Let me go run and get the donut and the ice cream, the first booster, the hooster, the one shot, everything that they said to get. I'm gonna get the French fries too, because it's a tickle in my throat and it's got me. So guess what? They went and got it, and now there's cardiac arrest shit, and people are just dropping on soccer fields. Kids are just dropping.
There's patterns to evil. If you can learn to see the patterns, you can dismiss yourself from the evil. Isn't that right, Inez? Does any of Inez's homies ask her how come the Ruby was wandering around her territory for 4 hours? Did anybody ask that?
I don't think they asked that.
Maybe you should ask Inez.
I don't think they asked that in their meetings either, that they so pissed at.
Inez said, I better be careful that she's not on Allie's contract because she'd do some damage, but she couldn't even find her on her own territory. Easy there, Inez. Simmer down, girl.
He's stupid.
It's okay, Inez.
It's okay. We waved. I waved a few times. I even came back in. Ugh. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, all of you, for listening on Vax Gang. Hey, gang, gang. And you know, I feel for those who took it, because here's the thing. There's some people who before I was like, what the hell? And now I'm like, all right, there's some people who have lived their lives very sick already, born that way, born into situations where they were very sick. So there were some people who were very pushed into taking it, thinking that they had to protect their loved ones because that was the easiest thing to do.
Well, they gaslit everybody.
Everybody was saying that, you know how people were saying that they were dumping dummies of bodies into mass graves because there was nowhere to put them because people were dying so fast during the pandemic. That was scary. And it was scary for people who have said, like, hey, I have a very weak immune system, and I was born that way. So I see people dropping around me, and I don't know why. The world is doing new things. Everybody has a mask on. There's stickers all over the ground. The whole world is doing it. So the best decision for me and for my family is to take it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that you got played like that. It's not funny. And I get it that some people are like, well, I knew better this whole time. But some people don't. And how are you going to do better when you don't know better?
Yeah, don't be like that. You know, we were irritated for a long time, and there was a lot of clashing between vaxxed and unvaxxed. That's still our brothers and our sisters. Like, don't be like that. It doesn't serve any purpose for you to be superior that, oh, I didn't take the vaccine. Help each other.
I know somebody said my mom's taking 8 F that shit. Listen, okay, wow, but I feel for her. But the thing is,
that's just how everybody was taught.
There's a mindset.
You do what the doctor tells you. You do what the policeman tells you. They're the authority. That's been drummed in all of our brains.
How long did you not know what was going on? You know what I'm saying? How long did you not know some of the information that you have now? So you walked past the victim. I was raped on an escalator in the Luxor in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the casino. And people stood all around us the whole time. And nobody did anything. I've talked about that, so I could just spit that out now. There's some situations I just can't spit out. But there's been a lot of situations where I've been hurt in public, and nobody did anything. And nobody even knew what was going on. And nobody knew the information that they have now. And now there's people who look out different when they're out in Las Vegas or just out and about, because now they know that information. So we gotta kind of be.
It just needs to be, when you know better, do better.
Yeah.
And don't drag people if they don't know better.
It's not their fault.
Everybody doing the best they can.
Yeah, and some of them are just painfully exhausting, but it's really not their fault. It's really not their fault. I know you want to throttle them sometimes, but it's not their fault. And if they get lost in it, they get lost in it. But at least you tried your best to plant a seed somewhere and say, hey, I mean, it's never too late. It's never too late to go to Jesus. This is why we not God. This is exactly why a lot of us ain't God. This is why we were not chosen to be Jesus. Because a lot of us would be like, you going to hell, and you going to hell, and everybody going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would be forgiven for anything at all. So this is why. This is why. So just be gentle. I love you guys so much. We love you guys so much. Tell me love
you.
And thank y'all so much for listening to this whole thing. Thank you for praying for us. I think the 90s Nation News is trying to put up a Twitter page. Twitter. X. I don't know. They're trying to put up some type of page. So, again, I'll talk to them about some stuff. If you guys ever just shoot them an email, there's admin behind those emails that if you just ever thought about something, like I said, there's a lot of people asking if I'll take a mic right now. I will, but please let's manage our expectations and think about it. But thank you for thinking of us. Thank you for praying for us. Thank you for loving us. And Jesus, we just thank you for all of the above. In Jesus' name, we'll talk to y'all sooner than later. Bye, guys.